Hey, it's Father Taylor here, and it's at least most of the day has been a sunny Friday, March 3rd, and that means it's time for your weekly eBlast, otherwise known as the Weekend Update. Hey, so things are going great here with our program for Lent. The basic program, we've got like a menu of things going on if you haven't already seen, but the most basic program is a text here by N.T. Wright called Lent for Everyone. And it reads through the Gospel of Matthew several times. So what you do is you read every day, and then it's got a great little like one-page kind of devotional that goes for every day of Lent. And so the bottom line is we're asking everybody in church to go ahead and get that. We've got some more copies coming in. It's been some of the copies have been slow to get here, but we sold out the first Sunday. We've got some more copies that'll be in for this Sunday. But you can get it right now on Amazon and stick it on your iPad or your Kindle or whatever your tablet device is. You can just get that right now. So if you haven't already got one, man, just jump over to Amazon and pull that guy down, and you got it right away. So we have that going on, and that we have the 6 Sunday challenge, which involves coming to church 6 straight Sundays, and in order to participate not just in worship and fellowship, but also in our after church program, which is about those readings. So we got a great little video from N.T. Wright. He's the former Bishop of Durham in England. He's an Anglican priest, but he's also maybe one of the foremost scholars on Jesus for those who are on the more biblical Orthodox side. So this guy's written a ton of stuff. And so I highly recommend everything. He's probably, in addition to his research on the historical Jesus, he's originally an historian. So he comes to things not from a theological point of view, primarily came to the Jesus issue from a historical point of view. But in addition to that, he's probably written more about the kingdom and our focus on the kingdom here and present now, as opposed to the idea of, it only takes place when you die. So this guy is really powerful scholar, but this version is very readable. I've got some N.T. Wright books in here. They're usually really big and thick. A lot of his scholarly works are, and hard to read. But then he's got another set of volumes of stuff which are really based on just like making it more accessible for everyday people like you and me. But anyway, N.T. Wright, Lent for Everyone, Matthew. So get a copy of that if you haven't. You can pick up reading it a day at a time. And the 6 Sunday challenge coming after church to get into groups. We listen to it, then we listen to his video, and then we talk and get into a little deeper discussion in smaller groups. So I just highly recommend you to still jump in there. You can jump in at any time. So don't say like, oh, I missed a week or I can't make all of them. It's a 6 Sunday challenge and we got 5 to go. So come on in. Secondly, if you'd like to be involved in something that goes a little more, there's a small group who meets with me for a brief time Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Zoom. So you get home from work, you jump on Zoom, we check in, and we're doing a little bit of fasting. We're kind of trying to learn how fasting, using an alarm on our phones or watches 4 times a day to remind us to think, to reflect on God and God's presence in our lives briefly 4 times a day. We're doing some of these reading pieces. So we got a little piece about that. So if you'd like to be in a smaller group that takes those prayer things to an additional level, just go ahead and send me an email, and you can join like today if you want. You can just join right up. We do have some other events coming up that like the Stations of the Cross are up at the church. You can come to the church anytime the doors are open, which is, for the most part, anytime during the week between, 9 and 4 or 5. And you can come in there and you can just take a little booklet. It's got a prayer and a reflection, and you go to each station of the cross. That's a very classic, a devotional thing, which helps us just to sit with what Jesus has done for us and what he went through from the time of his trial onward, all the way through his crucifixion. And so it's a Stations of the Cross, really beautiful kind of devotional thing. You can do that by yourself at any time. But we do also know that coming up, we have dates. March 17th at noon. Deacon Denise is going to take a group of people through that. And there's got several times for that. And also, there's one at 6 p.m. at April 4th. So we have Stations of the Cross as something to do during Lent. You can come with your kids. You could bring your kids to Station of the Cross with you, and just you take a booklet and walk your kids through the Stations of the Cross. How instructional would that be? Wow. I don't know. It sounds like a great idea. I probably would have squirmed a bit when I was a kid, since I didn't go to church, but it's pretty riveting once you hear about, what Jesus, what he went through and what that means for us. So Stations of the Cross. Evensong's coming up. Don't forget that on the 19th. We have Evensong, which is going to, it's a very powerful service. And they've been working hard on the music for that. So that's coming up on the 19th. So we have a lot of stuff coming up. Don't forget later, of course, we get toward Holy Week. We have the whole town-wide, area-wide Easter egg hunt, which I need some volunteers just to help make coffee and to pick up some pastries and donuts so that we can welcome all these people who come to see us every year. It's the Easter egg hunt. I've seen it, but I went to one, and I was amazed that the whole thing is like an hour, maybe tops. But so many people come, families and kids. You definitely want to get involved. You don't have to have kids. Just come and be a host. That we could really use some volunteers for that. So anyway, great stuff coming up. It's all about the Holy Spirit. I think I've got some sermon ideas. I'm always amazed because I end up rewriting these things about 4 times. But one of the missing links for us, particularly in recent Episcopal Church, Diocese of Connecticut theology. So something that we've missed that I think is super important that we need to pay attention to. That's coming up on Sunday. So God bless you. Keep looking for the Lord and seeking his Spirit and being aware and asking God, where would you like me to serve in this moment? So God bless you, and we will talk to you soon.